Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO City Amusement Park update. Today we're going to be working on food vendors. We have a train station built into one of the platform coverings, and within the train station is a Starbucks. We're thinking we can build additional food vendors in these other platform coverings. The platform coverings are built on Mills plates, and those Mills plates go right up against the platform, and then the covering is built up so that it covers the hole from the platform. And we want to build these like concession stands, also some games and souvenir stands right underneath the platform. But I don't think we have that much depth to work with. I'm thinking only 8 studs because of course the platforms are supported by wood legs, and those wood legs come fairly close. I don't want to move all the legs in, but I don't think we need any more than 8 studs to build these concession stands within. So all we're going to do is actually expand the Mills work of the 48 by 48 base plate by 8 studs. So it's now going to be 56 by 48 in this case here. I'm just going to extend it backwards so that these are, the food vendors are actually built right into the Mills and connected to the platform covering. Now these arches here, I just built this wall not too long ago, are going to have to be destroyed. And I think they're going to have to be increased in width. And we're probably going to do them in like 16 stud increments roughly. So rather than using these arches, we'll use the half arches. These guys right here, so it's going to be more along the lines of that right there. So we'll be able to fit 3 stands per 48 studs, or just 1 stand per 16 studs. I think that's just going to provide a nice wide opening for our vendors. Yeah, I think those openings just provide some good frontage for the storefronts or games or whatever's there. I also built up the center walls here, so we've got 2 studs between each store, and then it's just a single stud on the ends, just because that's going to be up against another platform covering, so it'll become double ply. And the consistent arch look with all of our platform coverings, but rather there's going to be stores and stuff in there. And built up the back walls, going to have to modify some of these when we start to decorate some of the stores, but just wanted to make sure we get the right math for the actual walls correct. And this just slides right underneath the platform, and then this covers up the rest of the platform with those other arches coming up from the masonry wall, and also extends the platform as well. And we put some doors in there, just like doors for accessing the shops. There's not really going to be like a passageway back here because this is underneath the tunnel. So they're make-believe doors, but I think having that detail there is pretty essential. So now we just need to detail these and come up with what types of shops we're going to put in there. And the dark gray represents the 8 stud extension that we put on. And we also extended this one here. Now this one goes right up against the tunnel. So we were thinking about playing around with an angle just so it's not like a solid wall all the way along. And I think that angle works pretty well. That's going to go up against the tunnel for the train on the end there. And just did that by using some of the hinge bricks, lifted those up a plate, put a tile underneath the spot that's hinging, just to give it nice contact. Built it up the right brick height there using some of the 1x2x5 pillars and also some 1x2 plates and bricks, and then put another hinge on the top, locking it in place with a corner and also a 2x2, and did the same thing on the other side. So we have a nice angle there. Gonna have to try and fill in that angle or top that with some wedge plates of some sort when we get around to doing that. Didn't build the exterior walls for these 2 shops because we're not sure what's going to go there, and we just wanted to provide one example and see what it's going to look like. Just make sure those dimensions are correct, but it'd probably be easier just to add the details as we go rather than building the walls like this, because we're just going to have to rip apart these walls to add modified bricks or whatever it may be to hold the merchandise, etc. But yeah, that's looking pretty good so far, especially when we place them here in the amusement park. I love the depth that those platform coverings have now. Just works out nicely. I think this angle makes sense to have here as well. You can see it lines up with the tunnel for the train there. I think that makes sense. Just a little angled style, give us a little more room for the store or whatever we put in there. So we've got the other platform covering up top there. We're going to modify that one, try and come up with some store designs now. Okay, so first off, we've got a little game booth here. You know where you have those like barrels or crates and you've got to throw the ball within them and it's like impossible? Normally it's like a softball, Well, there you go. That's that game. And if you get the ball in there, or one or two of them in there, then you get a free teddy bear. That works out, right? Or you can also grab a different prize, which is one of the trophy figs. And on this side here, we've got some other prizes as well. Just some 1x1 circular studs there, and some teddy bears hanging out front. All sorts of different teddy bears that we had in our collection. Now this one has a door going up the side, and that eventually is actually going to lead into the train station. So they access this booth from the train station. Next up, we've got a little snack booth here. You might recognize the gold sticks. What are those? Those are churros. Classic Disney treat. And the churros have napkins on them. That's the 1x1 stud. There's a little cash register there. That's what that 1x2 slope is. You've got a nice little display of some delicious treats there, like the pretzels and the cookies, using one of the windscreen elements. And then in the back, there is a shelf with some more cookies on display, and also a little cabinet there with some more cookies and a stack of napkins. Now we have changed up the color of the front rather than making them all light gray. We did this one in sand blue. This one has the dark orange and also the tan. And there's the little holders there for the balls. Now these are actually all lifted up one plate because eventually this is all going to be tiled off. So when we tile it off, it'll all be at the same height. And the last one is a popcorn stand. You can't have an amusement park without popcorns. So we've got this one in dark tan with the Palisade bricks all nicely tiled off, and there's some jumpers on there so that we can put the bins full of full popcorn on the counter there, build those with the modified brick with the forward-facing studs, put some tiles around the exterior, and a little popcorn piece on top. And within there is a shelf with some more empty popcorn buckets. And there's also a crate full of kernels on the ground there, along with a shovel and a giant popcorn machine. It's built with some red brick and plate, and there's also the popcorn popper within, along with a bunch of popped popcorn. So I think the first three are coming along quite nicely. We've got a game and a couple places where you can pick up your favorite little snacks. One thing they are missing is just signage. We can very easily add that signage just by replacing some of this plate right here with a bracket and attach the sign to the top. But we've got to get around to custom designing the signage and printing it. Actually, wait a tick. Nobody likes sticker elements. We may as well just custom build some signage. So there you go. We got the ball game sign, also the donut sign, and best of all, the popcorn sign. We also decided to tile off the interior. We did it in dark gray just because there's going to be a lot of color in the amusement park, and why not just do it in dark gray? It makes sense. So there we go, 3 down, 5 to go. Now you can't have an amusement park without giant hot dogs. Look at that, it's a giant hot dog sign. We feel like red and white is just like the classic hot dog concession stand color, and on top of the counter there we've got a hot dog, ketchup, mustard, relish, who uses that? Also a cash register and some hot dog buns. And some details within as well, such as the shelf with some backup ketchup, mustard, and relish, and also some napkins. And then there is a hot dog warmer. What do you call those? A hot dog spinner? A dog spinner? There you go. So this here has a door on the front there that can swing open. There's a handle on the door along with the heat gauge. There's glass on all 4 sides, and you have the vent detail on the front as well. And when you have a look at the inside, we've got all sorts of hot dogs ready to go. They can spin on one of those little turntable elements, and we attach them using the modified plates with the upright clips and some 4-sided modified bricks with the forward-facing studs. That is our little hot dog heater, I guess. Our next stand has sort of a tropical vibe to it because this is where you can pick up your favorite fresh fruits and maybe a little bit of ice cream. You might recognize the ice cream there. But we've got a fruit stand built right into the counter, which is done in reddish brown with those profile bricks and other various fruits on top. Some ice cream cones and some veggies in the back there as well, along with the little ice cream machine. And this is where you can pick up your favorite Disney style treat, which of course is Dole Whip. Everybody loves Dole Whips. Next up, we have a water shooting game. Have you ever played one of these at a fair? It's awesome. I love it. So we've got the little stools there, a sand green masonry counter, which hosts the water squirting guns. And of course, you can shoot the target, and as you shoot the target, your little character or light will move on the track above, which is mounted at an angle. Uses just some 4x plates, some of the hinge connectors, the flex tubing on the clips there, and then we use some of the clips to mount those little lights in place there. So they would move along the track depending on how well you are hitting your target. The targets are on modified bricks with the forward-facing studs, and they're above the cabinet and drawer units, and we put some slopes on either side of them just to provide some nice depth. Thought that was a fun little game to add to the amusement park. An amusement park classic. Okay, the angled one. This was supposed to be 2 stalls, but we decided to merge it into one big store. The top of it was a bit tricky, but we did figure it out. There's a little bit of a gap that we filled in with tile elements on top, so we actually did 2 plates and a tile rather than a brick, and that allowed us to put the top on just like that. There's a little bit of a gap there, but we couldn't get the angle perfect just because this angle was so weird and it defied the Lego math, but I think that works out, and I can't wait to see it placed in the amusement park next to that train tunnel and of course up against the raised platform. But this is our souvenir shop. You can pick up some of your favorite shirts and pants if you want to pick up a Hulk shirt or a chicken costume pants or a Batman, caveman legs or pants there. Also Iron Man, Aquaman. You can grab a whip, a sword, a wand, some trophies, or just little action figures of your favorite characters. There's also some head decorations in there, like the pig, also the crown. There's like Medusa, there's a pirate hat, some nice fun signage on the back there, a spinning display with some other weapons and such on it, and also a little Lego stand built that with modified bricks with the forward-facing studs, the little, what looks to be glass shelf elements. There's some Lego sets on display on all 4 sides, and also a helicopter on the top of the display, which represents one of the sets that's being sold there. At the cash counter, or on top of it, there is some wizarding wands and a Tiana 2x3 print piece mounted to the wall there, a poster that you can pick up. And on the side there, we have some more torsos or shirts that you can pick up, along with some teddy bears. And the decoration for this one here is a supersized model of the Lego set that you can pick up on the shelf just below it. And we also created this sign here as well. It uses the Luigi's Pizza torso, and we just framed it with some odd-shaped white plates and tiled it off in dark red. So yeah, that's definitely a fun little shop where you can pick up some merch or some Lego sets or whatever it may be, and I think it works perfectly in that corner. So we've got like a store, the water game, the fruit and ice cream stand or Dole Whip, hot dogs, popcorn, delicious treats, and also the ball game. There we go, converting the platform coverings into some fun shops, food stalls, and games. All right, here we go, everybody. It is just an exciting moment for the amusement park. And you know, things like this take time. This is the level that we want to detail the city at, right? Like, we're trying to detail the city so that it's immersive like that. And this is going to be the craziest amusement park that we've ever built. But I mean, building these little stalls here takes multiple days amongst doing other things as well. Yeah, look at that though. It looks awesome. You know, we've got the games next to the train station there, and the donut stand, popcorn stand, hot dog stand, Dole Whip and fruit, and the little sprayer game there, and of course the store. It just breaks up that big gray wall that we had there prior to this video. It looks so much better, but we didn't think about the staircase or elevator that's gonna bring you up to the second tier of height there in the amusement park. So we've gotta give that some thought still, but it is what it is. I love those. I think it looks awesome. Really happy that we decided to utilize that space, because It was just like wasted space before. And now it all serves a purpose, which is pretty amazing. I hope you enjoyed this update. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. Farewell.